this LA neighborhood, a car pulls up. A child gets out and runs towards the house. Is he returning home after being dropped off by a friend? Nope, he's an apprentice porch pirate. He grabs the box and runs back to the getaway vehicle, putting the loot in the trunk before speeding off. Someone needs to have a serious word with this kid's parents, who may or may not be the ones driving the car.
Stop. You cannot move this. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I gotta go to work. What do you want me to do? Like, I have to go to work.
You cannot get out. I can't help you with that. Please do not disturb this area.
I might have to.
Ma'am.
What do you do if there's a festival on your street, but you need to get to work? Do you follow the police officer's instructions and find another way? Or do you ignore the officer, almost run him over, and drive through the festival with families walking around?
I'm going to run through the roadblock. It's 2 George Lincoln 4626. Stop! Stop your car! Stop! Stop!
Excuse me, y'all.
And there's a lady running down the street in a BMW. Stop!
The correct answer seems obvious, so you already know what this woman did.
Stop! Stop! Get out of the car!
It's been a while since we've seen an old-fashioned convenience store robbery, but this footage from Nashville will not disappoint. It shows a man violently breaking through a window to a closed convenience store and making off with a plastic container full of thousands of dollars in lottery tickets. Apparently, 6 men from Massachusetts had been doing the same thing at several convenience stores in the area, stealing more than $50,000 in lotto tickets altogether. Apparently, none of them were winners. Take a look at this woman walking on the side of the road in Malaysia and notice what she's wearing. Two men are talking in the car and everything appears to be normal until, less than a minute later, they come across the exact same woman, only now she's standing in the middle of the road. Eerily, as they see the woman again, the radio begins to malfunction and emit static. Is she a ghost? Incidentally, the name of the road is Jalen Kalam Air, and there have been many ghost sightings due to the high number of deaths that took place here in the 80s.
No, we took again. Oh. Daddy Yanka. Oh my Ein bisschen, aber es ist geht. Du willst? Lass mir. Was?
It's hard to know whether the woman in this next clip wanted a friend or the bus stop all to herself. Filmed in Germany, this woman scares off two fellow passengers immediately with her loud insults. She seems to take a shine to the third passenger though, moving uncomfortably close and making some intimate suggestions.
Ich wollte kotzen. Aber wenn ich es tue, so ist er. Ich. Tschüsschen. Ganz kleine. Na, wenn du willst. Dann ist er von hinten.
It's a very creepy encounter, and who knows what might have happened if the bus didn't arrive when it did.
Well, my number's in there somewhere, so.
And I'd love to talk to you because I want to let you know.
My number's in there somewhere.
I want to tell you, like, it's not what you think and what you see in the news. Those people, we don't follow those people. Those people are monsters. Those people are disgusting. Those are the people that make the religion look bad.
I'm gonna tell you right now, until you call me and change my mind, Muslim motherfuckers can suck my.
That's how you feel about me, though?
My country. They killed thousands of my people.
On May 2019, at a Taco Bell in Bridgeton, Missouri, a Muslim customer named Tariq Hamdan pulled up around 1 a.m. to grab some food for sure, the pre-dawn meal during Ramadan. He ordered about $55 worth of food, which apparently raised eyebrows. The cashier, instead of just handing over the tacos, decided it was the perfect time for a long, unsolicited rant about Islam. Hamdan, trying to keep it civil, explained that extremists don't represent Islam and that his faith promotes peace. But the cashier wasn't having it. She even slipped her phone number into his food bag, inviting him to continue the debate later. Because nothing says customer service like hate speech and a side of digits.
You need to change my mind. And I'm not going to cater to you. You're going to cater to me. Because this is on my territory. And I understand.
But I'm an American, just like you. Just because of how you believe, what you believe and what I believe.
You find a woman, what's your belief?
I believe, I'm a Muslim. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect at their religion.
So you believe that a woman should bow down to you?
And I would never believe that. Women have equal rights as men. That's what God says in the book.
That's not Muslim.
Hamdan recorded part of the 25-minute long exchange and posted it online, where it quickly went viral. Karma soon caught up to this Karen as Taco Bell responded by firing the employee and issuing a statement condemning her behavior.
I'm just saying, you said I asked to speak to the manager after you'd called me a mother and called the whole religion that we were pigs and this and that. And I thought that's why you were. That's why I thought you retracted.
I never said that. So what?
I'm a customer. Regardless of your views, you shouldn't say what you said.
I'm sorry, like 3 times.
And I accept that, but it's still unacceptable.
Okay, can you tell us that instead of keeping us out here waiting for 20 minutes? No, I've been sitting back here for 20 minutes, you ignorant idiot. Learn how to do your job. You make $5 an hour. It's not that hard.
This lady is throwing a tantrum at a Taco Bell drive-thru because she was informed that the ice cream machine is broken. In fairness, the employees only told her about it after she waited 20 minutes. Clearly, she must have really wanted that ice cream. The two get involved in a screaming match for a bit, ending with the customer wishing the staff would get stuck at a Taco Bell her whole life.
You're f***ing You're f***ing You're stupid! You're not gonna do nothing but work at Taco Bell your whole life, you
On February 26, 2024, 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, sparking a widespread search that continues to this day. Sebastian, who has autism, was last seen around midnight, leaving his house barefoot with a flashlight. Despite extensive searches involving ground teams, drones, divers, and even spelunkers checking sinkholes, no trace of him has yet been found. In November 2024, celebrity bounty hunter Dwayne "Dog" Chapman joined the search, increasing the reward to $175,000 and pursuing leads in Oregon and New York. The search remains active, with authorities and volunteers continuing efforts to locate Sebastian. Here's for hoping for his safe return soon.
The goal is still the same. Find Sebastian. He needs to be found and brought home to a home that loves him.
Go ahead. Where do you go? Why are you walking up to me, sir? Don't touch me, because if you touch me, you're going to jail, okay? Because you followed me for over a half a mile down the road for what?
This man walks up to this woman aggressively, at which point she announces that he's been following her for half a mile.
Now say hi, because I have over 10 million followers.
Take your 10 million followers and shut the up.
You got me fucked up.
Maybe mind your business.
All right, bet.
He then repeatedly yells at her to mind her own business, which is odd, because he seems to not be following his own advice.
He tried to hit my car. Make sure I got that license plate. Y'all, let's get the license plate. Tell him to leave your store, because he's harassing me at this point.
Just in case, she walks out to get the man's license plate, at which point he returns to yell at her further.
You gonna tell me to leave?
Yeah, leave.
All right. Take it, make me leave, but you can't.
However, this time, he simply decides to walk away. Is there more to this story? Probably. But when a crazy person is following you, the best thing you can do is stay away. Lets people on the street just stand by as the man hurls objects around the store and even at them.
This guy will be arrested. What's going on with this guy?
Drunk me. Nah, he's on drugs. This is not.
Fortunately, at least one of them decided to call the police, so this out-of-control reveler likely got his just desserts. Just goes to show you that while it's great that convenience stores are open so late, their 24-hour nature often leaves them subject to some of the worst offenders society has to offer. In June 2024, a man entered the Joyeria El Ruby jewelry store in Denver under the guise of a customer. Shortly after, 7 more individuals burst in, brandishing firearms and threatening employees and customers. Surveillance footage captured the chaos as the robbers smashed display cases, filled bags with valuables, and assaulted staff members.
They come and they're prepared to do anything. It was definitely organized crime. They had earpieces. They obviously knew exactly what they were doing.
The owner and her niece were both struck in the head with weapons, sustaining injuries that required medical attention. The attackers made off with over $2.5 million in gold and jewelry in a matter of minutes. They were later identified as Venezuelan nationals, linked to the Tren de Aragua, a notorious prison gang known for its violent activities across South America. 4 of them were tracked down in El Paso, Texas, and indicted on federal charges, including armed robbery and brandishing a firearm during a crime of violence. Robbers are getting more creative every day. This fake pizza delivery guy pulled out a gun on the family who opened the door, and the whole thing was captured by their door camera.
Yeah, I got a pizza.
The guy knocks on the door and immediately pulls out the gun, approaching the woman and forcing his way into her house. Several other individuals entered the home and tied her wrists together with zip ties, a post from the Starr County Sheriff's Office stated. Sometimes it can take a moment to figure out just what the tragedy is going to be. From the looks of it, this van driver is simply stuck in the sand. That is, until he takes a step outside. Did he park on top of a cliff's edge, a black hole? Whatever the answer is, let's hope he's okay. This American woman was on holiday in the Caribbean but didn't like the hotel's choice of music. In typical Karen style, she approached the DJ and demanded they change it. To her shock, the manager was not willing to spoil the party for everyone else. After arguing some more and showing off some questionable dance moves, Karen then tries to unplug the music herself. She fails, unsurprisingly, and is forced to do the walk of shame, much to everyone else's amusement. Who doesn't like to watch the occasional racist Karen getting her comeuppance? The video shows a drunk woman standing by the gate of a community confronting a black man who is trying to enter.
I live here.
What?
I live here, man.
Who are you?
I don't need to tell you who I am.
No, who are you?
Man.
I'm on the board.
I don't care.
I don't care. You drive up here like a bat out of hell. You drive in, you drive out. Get in whatever you. So ridiculous. We have dogs, we have people, and you don't even care. So disrespectful.
Have a good evening.
Want to be white, won't you?
The man, who happens to be a successful music producer, informs the woman that he lives there. She then begins cursing at the man before making a nasty racist comment. The man later recorded a video explaining his side of the situation.
Home and driving to my neighborhood, the street to get into my neighborhood is very, very dark. And so I saw somebody kind of like jumping up and down and waving their hands as I was driving down the street. It's I drive pretty slow. So I was like, why are they doing that? Like, why are they waving their hands so hard? So anyway, I went into my community, but I thought, man, Isaac, somebody could be having a medical emergency. Something could be wrong. If that was you, you would want somebody to go check on you. So I left my community. And as soon as I got out of the community, I was approached by this woman just yelling profanity at me. And So that's why I said, let me go home, turn right back into my community. And I said, let me put my camera out because I just want to make sure that I'm safe, and record any exchange that I have with this person, because I don't know if they live there or not. They were not inside my community. So I just proceeded to record the conversation and then go home after that.
It's a good thing he caught it all on camera, since she's quote, unquote, on the board. As you can see, there are lots of ways to have disturbing encounters. Luckily, not all of them end in bloodshed. The final moments of 27-year-old Renita Williams were caught on camera in April 2018 in a horrifying case of domestic violence.
No. I want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous.
On the day of her death, Williams started a Facebook Live broadcast and could be seen talking to her audience while her former boyfriend, 36-year-old Jonathan Robinson, could be seen pacing around in the backyard.
No. No. Everybody want to be famous, let's be famous today. Okay.
Robinson could also be heard verbally abusing and threatening Renita, who pleaded with him many times to stop.
Huh? I do.
Yes.
He's telling you I get on these bitches level.
No.
Go.
Tragically, her pleas fell on deaf ears, and seconds later, Robinson fired multiple shots at Renita using a rifle.
Now, game over.
Police responded to the dreadful scene, and following a standoff, during which Robinson also fired at officers, the offender eventually gave himself up and was arrested. 1 year later, in April 2019, Jonathan Robinson pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His guilty plea helped him to avoid his own potential death sentence.
To push it out of the way.
This neighbor doesn't just want to get close. They let the intrusive thoughts win and push the car down the street until it's completely out of the way. The owner seems used to it by now, but how would you react if this happened to you?
Good job.
There's nothing worse than road rage when you're just trying to stay safe. This newly licensed driver ends up causing an Audi driver to road rage, and while nothing happened, it could have gone really bad. At one point, they're so close together that it looks like they might both run off the road. Imagine driving and suddenly coming across a terrible accident.
Okay, we're stopping.
Just a few minutes away from opening up the road to a brand new highway 5. Things out of
Okay, stop.
This car deliberately caused road rage and ended up in a really bad situation. At least karma is real. Who could think of starting a fire in a national park? It sounds wicked, doesn't it? Yet someone decided to ignite a wildfire in Argentina's Patagonia, devastating over 2,000 hectares. The fire started in Los Alerces National Park on a Thursday and continued to ravage the native forest. Dozens of firefighters and volunteers tried desperately to control the blaze. Authorities confirmed that the fire was clearly intentional, a recurring practice in these territories each season. This year, however, it unfolds under a different political backdrop as the Argentine Congress debates a bill proposing numerous changes, including environmental legislation. Clearly, instead of the national park perishing, these kinds of humans should be the one to face extinction. This woman was just trying to get up to her apartment. She waits for the elevator and gets in. But before the door closes, a crazy guy storms into the building and violently assaults her. Reports from August 2022 say the man had followed her to her Central District apartment, and the last we know, Seattle police were appealing for help to try to identify him. We've talked already about how cartels put armor on the vehicles to protect the cab, engine, and gas tank. However, this footage from a real cartel member shows just what it takes to survive a shot to the windshield. Bulletproof glass is made by layering a combination of 2 or more types of glass with plastic inner layers, which are then bonded together using heat and pressure. The process creates a unified material that can absorb and distribute the energy from impacts, including multiple bullet hits.
Oh, law about hanging in this country. You're talking There's no law about hanging in America. They don't do hangings, love.
I don't hang them in America, they give them the old pill.
They don't hang them, exactly.
They give them the pill.
And they don't do it here. And they don't do it.
Done since Ruth Ellison.
I know that.
Because nobody's done anything.
Nobody's done anything wrong. Nobody's done anything wrong. Nobody beheaded anybody on the streets of London. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say
Nobody's done anything wrong, is what you were going with me.
No, that is a different thing I said. What did I say?
Nobody's done anything because what? Because nobody's what?
About the royalty.
Nobody's done anything wrong because nobody's what? Done anything wrong?
No, the royalty.
So what about royalty?
And the shipyards and anything else.
What are the shipyards to do with anything?
This goes back and it hasn't been repealed.
All laws have been repealed. They're superseded by European law.
No, love.
Yes, love. Yes, love.
No, love.
Absolutely. You need to do whatever. Do one.
I will do one.
Frig off abroad, wherever you want to go. Because people like you are about to bring this country to its knees.
I serve for this country.
If you're looking for an intense political debate, just head to a bus stop in Yorkshire, England. These elderly citizens were putting the world to rights while waiting for the local transport. The debate starts with a dialogue about the death penalty, transitions into an argument about European law, and then culminates in a discussion about serving the country during wartime.
I know this man served.
Did you do anything?
I wasn't born, love, until after it was over.
And I don't think you should have been born the way you were.
For you, I was. And your ilk. Because as long as I'm alive, I'll make sure I stick up for my country, because I'm not a traitor.
Don't mistake their passion for anger. These folks are having a great time.
Where's your emergency?
6993 Harvey Road.
6993?
Yes.
Darby Road, what's going on?
I got attacked by a zebra.
You got attacked by a what?
Send a squad quick.
Okay, what attacked you?
A zebra.
A zebra?
Yes, a horse.
In the US, Ohio is pretty much synonymous with boring. However, this footage from Circlesville shows that you can't always trust a stereotype. Even the 911 operator can't believe what she's hearing. But when first responders arrived on the scene, they found that a man had indeed been attacked by a zebra. Apparently, the ferocious African native bit the man so hard that it nearly tore his arm off. When police got there, they immediately retrieved the man and gave him medical attention. However, they still had to deal with the zebra.
Is there a way for you to keep him back? We're trying not to shoot him, but...
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
The dangerous animal eventually had to be put down when it couldn't be safely wrangled. On the positive side, the man's arm was able to be reattached. Working the drive-thru window is not for the faint of heart. In 2021, workers were forced to fend off a crazed customer who mistook the drive-thru window for a climb-through window and punched a female worker in the face. Thankfully, the worker's colleagues rushed to her defense and managed to eject the customer back out through the same window. I can't imagine what made him so mad in the first place, but he deserves to be sent to bed, or better yet, prison, without his supper. Keep an eye on the wooden fence across the road to the left. The ghostly figure walks past before disappearing and then reappearing to cross the street on the right. According to the poster, a fatal motorbike accident had recently taken place nearby, and they wonder if it could be one of the victims. The family dog can be heard barking, sensing that something or someone is out there, and this is what caused the homeowner to check the camera. Here's yet another gas station fire, but this time, it's very difficult to find out the source. A man on a motorcycle pulls up to the pump, but before he even gets off the bike, it erupts into flames. Fortunately, he is smart enough to turn the bike off before running away, which likely helped keep the fire from spreading.
What is your name and date of birth?
You hear this? Because I want my prescription.
Answer my question.
You said answer your question. What's your name?
You don't want your medicine transferred, so
What
she
is your
should
name and
transfer.
date of birth?
What's your name, ma'am?
My name's Amber.
Amber? Okay. So, Amber, y'all can't give me my medicine. That's
I'm
already...
trying to help you right now. So
I never called any other pharmacy.
I'm not explaining this anymore.
You don't have to. I didn't call a pharmacy.
Where's your manager?
I know I'm not dang here. I'm going to be right back next time I get a prescription here. You're going to be dang here.
This sort of rude behavior is every customer service's bitter pill. In the footage, the lady in pink is hell-bent on getting her prescription medicine from the drive-thru pharmacy, but refuses to cooperate with the attendant. Their phone conversation shows the woman cutting off the clerk's explanation over and over, all while insisting she get her prescription ASAP.
Is that my prescription?
In here.
Okay, can you drop it through the thing, please?
I'm explaining something
Explain it to your employee, ma'am. I don't work here.
The whole thing would have been over in a minute, but her continuous yapping just drags it longer and longer.
I don't care. I want my medicine. That's the whole issue. No, I don't. I care that this window, y'all not working this window. She got your medicine. I care that y'all not working this window. I care that y'all not working this window. Yeah, thank you. About time.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye. You too.
24-year-old Jennifer Keese, a financial analyst from Orlando, Florida, was last seen leaving her work around 6 p.m. on January 23, 2006. She spoke with her father during her drive home at 6:15 p.m. Then, later that evening, she chatted with her boyfriend around 10 p.m. The next morning, though, her boyfriend's calls went unanswered, which was unusual. When Jennifer didn't show up for work, her employer contacted her parents, and upon arriving at her apartment, the parents noticed Jennifer's car was missing. There were no signs of foul play inside the house, but a wet towel and clothes indicated she had just been there that morning.
Every single second of every single day to us is frantic because we need to find her.
The following day, a neighbor reported seeing Jennifer's car parked outside their apartment complex for several days. Surveillance footage revealed an unidentified person parking her car and walking away, but the image was blurry and the person never looked back. As of March 2025, Jennifer's whereabouts remain unknown and her case is considered cold. Her family hasn't given up, though, and are holding on to hope for a resolution.
We're not going to stop until we take our last breath, or she comes home to us, for the good or the bad.
Please. I wanna go. No. You can, but I'm just trying to ask.
I can go.
Yes, I know you can, but it's just, let us talk this out for a little while. Please, I really don't want you to go just yet because I want to say proper goodbyes. You know I'm leaving on Wednesday. You can at least make it worthwhile.
We've already seen how wild people get when they meet their favorite streamers. However, this guy is really a creep. The girl goes by the name Unicorn19, and this guy seems to be a huge fan. According to her Twitch stream, he might have provided some false information as an excuse to meet her, claiming that he wanted to shoot a live stream with her. In the main video, he has her in a private spot, but when she says she wants to go, he actually moves the camera away.
How long are you still gonna be free after the stream? How long are you gonna be free after the stream?
Free?
Yeah.
What is free?
Yeah, I mean like free time.
Free time?
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 hours?
Because I'm gonna stay in Ansan tonight.
Yeah.
So if you want, we can like hang out even after the stream ends. If you have time.
Oh my god, why move? Why did you move?
I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. Anyhow,
He then asks her to make it worth his while before he leaves. She then notices that he moved the camera, which he immediately denies. The funny thing about speaking English as a second language, when you lie in English, it's really obvious.
I have no excuse for what I did.
Smoking is a nasty addiction, and those cravings can sometimes make you do stupid things. In this case, the clerk makes a fatal error of providing this guy with the cigarettes before he pays, even though he has his card ready. Seeing his opportunity, the guy just decides to make a run for it, nearly running over an older woman on his way out. I know the price of cigarettes has gone up a lot in recent years, but there's no need to go this far, especially when your face is going to be plastered everywhere. These two thieves operating in Tremont, Illinois in 2018 were carrying some heavy weaponry when they robbed a man of his possessions. They made him lay out his stuff like he was having a yard sale. Everything must go, including these two criminals, to jail. This woman tried to get a new phone screen for free by dashing out of the front door without paying. There was just one problem.
Door's locked. Think I'm stupid? Come on.
Open it.
It's locked.
What you guys got my phone for?
Give me the phone. I'm gonna take the screen off and you can get out of here or I can call the cops. What is it?
I'm gonna call him. Well, I'm not inside the store. Like, why you lock the doors on me? I ain't my phone.
Alright, I'm gonna call the cops if that's the case.
Dude, come on, you gotta take me to jail.
You're gonna give me my screen back or you're gonna go home? Which one is it?
Because the guy, his screen, and I started running home. He takes my screen.
All you have to do is give me the phone, let me take the screen off, and I'll let you go.
You usually charge me 90.
Hmm?
You usually charge me 90.
Give me the phone back.
Huh?
Give me the phone back.
Can you get the phone?
Give me the phone. I'm going to take the screen off and put your old screen back on and let you go.
Caught red-handed, probably from pushing on a locked door, the woman still tries to deny that she was going to steal it and allegedly threatens the shop owner with violence if they don't let her go. Is America's dumbest criminal still on the air? Because we might have found a winner.
I'm at the one down the way, the sale call store.
The customer tried to run away with a phone screen that I repaired for her.
No, I did not try to run away. Stop lying.
I got you on video. Now she's threatening me to get somebody over here to shoot me.
Yes.
And all I told her is to give me the phone, let me take the screen off, and I'll let her go. But she's getting people sent over here so they can shoot up the store.
Now, what the f*** is going on?
Another case of workers getting robbed after work. These two strippers were robbed at gunpoint after making $10 grand each at the BET Awards. The whole incident was captured by CCTV cameras and shows how the two armed men approached them and took their belongings at gunpoint. The footage shows a young woman standing in the rain with no umbrella, having just called the police.
Hello? You okay?
Yeah,
what's going on? You have a phone on you? You called 911?
I'm in a really complicated. I don't know where to go.
Where you from?
When the officers show up, she gets defensive and accuses the officer of being condescending towards her.
Hello? Where you from?
Okay, I hear you.
You live here? Answer the question I'm asking. Do you live here?
I need a hello. Okay, I hear you.
Do you live here? Where do you live?
Condescending tone, first of all.
You called us to help you. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. As you can see, it's storming here, and you're not answering any questions.
She claims that she hasn't been drinking, but she refuses to answer any of the officer's questions. In fact, she won't even tell the officer her name or say why she needs help.
Right, as I'm trying to...
How can I help you? What's going on?
Right,
Have you been drinking?
No.
Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you is, like, the condescending tone...
Ma'am, how can we help you? It is storming out here. You're not telling me any answers. How can I help you? What's going on? Do you need help? What's your name? Let's start there. What's your name? Hello, what's your name, ma'am?
Can I ask what call you're responding to? What your response is? Because I don't...
What is your name? Do you need our assistance, yes or no?
I'm impressed what you're doing here.
Okay. You have a great day then.
Fast forward a few minutes, and she returns to the officer, reporting that she's in an abusive relationship.
How can I help?
I'm in an abusive relationship. That's
Okay.
the point, that bottom line.
But you didn't want to tell me that though when I first asked you a question.
I'm telling you right now.
Alright, how can I help you respond to this?
I don't think
Is the person at your house?
There's nothing I can do here.
Ma'am, do you feel like harming yourself or anyone else? Ma'am, do you feel like harming yourself or anyone else? Hello? I have to ask you these questions. It's a yes or no answer.
Still, she refuses to answer questions. This interaction also does not go well, with the woman storming off. After following her for a few minutes, the officer observes her running through a neighborhood. It's at this point he decides to detain her for running from him.
Hey, what's your address? Where you live at? Where you live at? Where?
Street.
Huh?
This next street up here.
Alright, I'm gonna detain you. No, I'm gonna detain you, alright? You've been running the rain. We're not gonna do this.
I'm not running from you.
We're not gonna play these games, alright? Put your back.
We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you. We're here to help you, not to give you a hard time, okay?
What's truly disturbing about the situation is the woman clearly needs help. She's on some sort of drug and is acting very irrationally. She also mentioned having kids. I just hope she and them get the help they need.
来，师傅把口罩戴起来，来，口罩戴起来，口罩，
为什么都是我的东西？
口罩戴起来。来，
You lucky man. You lucky.
口罩戴起来。
In 2024, a video is circulated that appeared to show a British man getting beaten up in China for refusing to wear a mask. However, after a bit of Reddit detective work, it appears as though the man had passed a COVID test and was trying to get back into his home when he was refused entry by a guard. After arguing with the guard, since Chinese nationals were being allowed in and he wasn't, other citizens jumped in and began assaulting the Brit. Neighbors came to the British guy's defense, but he soon lashed out and was restrained. Thank God those crazy times are over. Zara Alina, 35, a fresh law graduate working at the Royal Courts of Justice, was finally hitting her stride in life. Friends described her as the happiest she had ever been. But on the night of June 26, 2022, while walking home after a night out at a bar on Ilford High Street, her promising life was brutally cut short. That same night, Jordan McSweeney, a criminal with a history of violence, was thrown out of another bar for harassing staff and began roaming the streets. With 28 convictions for 69 offenses, McSweeney had been released from prison on probation just 9 days earlier. Authorities had tried to revoke his probation 2 days prior due to his failure to meet his probation officers, but their attempts came too late. Reports indicate that McSweeney approached several women that night, all of whom rejected him, before he encountered Zara. Surveillance footage captures his erratic and threatening behavior as he prowled the streets just before targeting her. McSweeney attacked Zara, dragging her into a driveway where he violently kicked and stomped on her. Zara was later found with severe injuries and succumbed to them at the hospital.
Zara Alina was just 35 years of age. She has been described by her family as a joy, a beloved human being, a friend, niece, cousin, granddaughter and friend to all. She was attacked while walking alone on a residential street. She had every right to be there. She had every right to feel safe. But instead, she was the victim of shocking violence. We are working tirelessly alongside communities and our partners to make sure women can feel safer and crucially safer in our city. Jordan McSweeney has pleaded guilty today to the most serious offences. He is clearly a very dangerous individual, and his guilty plea today means that he is certain to serve a considerable period of time behind bars.
McSweeney was sentenced to 38 years in prison. In the summer of 2021, 29-year-old Joshua McLemore died from dehydration and malnutrition while at jail in Indiana.
Doctor, down, get on your knees. Get on your knees. Get down, on your knees. I can't wait until they bring out. On your knees. Sit right there. No. Sit right there in that corner. Going back out, guys. Going back out. Give me your other hand here. Come on, let the hand in, please. Stay right here in the corner. Go ahead, guys. Stay right there.
The shocking security footage shows how he was left naked in solitary confinement for 3 weeks without medical care.
How far was it? Because they used to say that a Roman girdle was a rabbit on.
Diagnosed with schizophrenia, McLemore appeared detached from reality, speaking gibberish, rolling in filth, and growing visibly skinnier. Although he was provided meals through a small door slot, the footage indicates he rarely ate. He had limited human interaction, primarily when guards restrained him to clean the cell or give him a shower. He was confined in a small, windowless cell for 20 days in July and August 2021. The cell lacked a bed or bathroom, and fluorescent lights remained on at all hours. During his detention, McLemore lost 45 pounds and never received care from a doctor or mental health professional, according to a lawsuit that has since been filed by Joshua's family against Jackson County.
You wake up for me, yeah? You wake up a little bit? You gonna wake up a little bit?
The lawsuit also accuses the local sheriff, jail commander, and medical staff of causing McLemore's death through deliberate indifference, neglect, and unconstitutional jail conditions while he experienced psychosis.
Cover him up. Grab that. We're just gonna leave it off though. Yeah, I'm not putting that in. It's pretty cold. I just want to discuss it.
Il a failli se niquer, mais je crois qu'il va se niquer le skin.
The man in this next clip is alleged to be a thief, and the person filming claims he hid his car before making his getaway, or at least trying to make his getaway. While climbing over a fence, the alleged thief finds himself in a sticky situation. It's not Justice he needs to worry about escaping, it's his pants. Some say he's still hanging there to this day. Have you ever seen road rage like this? I bet you haven't. The bull is angry at the car and completely wrecks it. Honestly, fair enough. Outside a nightclub, a girl laughs at a boy for being in a wheelchair. This cruel scene took place outside a nightclub and is truly heartbreaking. People are in line, and there's a boy in a wheelchair. He had asked her out, and she, feeling superior by rejecting him, began to mock him for his condition. It is clear that humiliating someone in this way doesn't make you superior. However, it is proof that some humans should be extinct. Someone who did come back is the guy seen in this clip. Apparently, he had appeared at the same property the day before, asking for the woman's phone number. When questioned why he was there a second time, he simply replies something and won't elaborate further.
Why you want my phone number? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. He said yesterday I did something. I don't know. I told him something. I don't know.
What she told you yesterday? What she said yesterday?
Not yesterday. Just something.
When? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Why you up here?
No, I said because he called the police on Travis and said Travis said he's gonna kill him, and the police said he can't even come up here.
Huh? Why you up here?
To talk with him.
Why you up here messing with my fiance? Huh?
I don't know. He said something about my phone number, but he can't. I don't know. The police say he can't even be up here. He's not even supposed to be up here at my apartment.
Do we have a problem or something?
No.
Why is you up here? Is it something you needed? Or anything?
No.
Okay.
Why is you up here? Why is you here?
That's your fiance?
Why is you up here?
That's your fiance?
Why is you here?
Something.
Something what?
Something
I'm trying
what?
to ask you what. So what is something?
It's creepy the way he just stands there swinging a tire iron, and he seems totally unfazed by the presence of the woman's fiance. After confirming that the man there with her is indeed her partner, he just wanders off down the stairs.
The police say you can't even be up here. Why you just walked up to my apartment?
All right, just leave. Next time you come, it's stalking. It's stalking. You don't come next time.
Very strange. What do you think his intentions were? El Chapo is so notorious that even his birthplace, Bediraguanta, was heavily guarded. Apparently, this is less about protecting the town and more about protecting El Chapo's family from people who might do them harm. This footage was taken at a checkpoint about 30 minutes from the La Tuna Ranch, where Miss Maria Consuelo Lorea, El Chapo's mother, lives. We've already seen what happened to El Chapo's son, so it's not hard to imagine that rival gangs might want to hurt his mother too. What's even more impressive is that he appears to be directing all of this from prison.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You been harassing me, snug in here. Get the come on, let's go. Johnson come first. And I'm going to the police report as soon as let's go, man. No! I wait for the cops. You're going to call 911. And I'm going to get let's go. Hospital for harassment. Let's go. Wait, no, I'm waiting for the cops. You get the cops. I'm suing you. I'm personally suing you. For harassing since I got the bus yesterday.
Lady, let me tell you something. Keep using that word. You're not going to be living long outside.
Oh, I've always had another threat. From the Greyhound bus, another threat.
This woman is exactly the type of person you pray isn't going to be on the same bus as you. It's unclear exactly what lit this Karen's fuse, but it's very clear that she is rude and racist.
Watch me, troublemaker. Watch me, troublemaker. Watch me, black African-American troublemaker. Hey, see? I got it, see? I put nowhere. I'm pissed now. I'm pissed. I'm suing you royally. Each and every one of you for harassing me. And woman, I didn't have anything to eat yet. Oh no, they're getting the goddamn truck now. I know. I see you're going down. I know. All of you are going down. You're going down. So's Orlando. Oh yeah. Get the cops, get 911 here. You get the
I have OPD, and I got it at what she was saying. So
She needs to be trespassed.
Yes.
At least the other passengers have something to keep them entertained while they wait for their buses. We've seen what happens when people get fed up with their hotel service. Now, let's take a look at how Maryland TV viewers deal with inconvenience. Apparently, this man was demanding to be let inside the ABC affiliate for several minutes before he had the bright idea of stealing a truck and doing this. Why was he angry? What did he want? We may never know. However, we do know he spent 5 hours barricaded in the newsroom watching himself on TV before he was apprehended.
Get out. It's right there. Yeah, you gotta get out. This is how you do your savior. You want to starve? I'm sorry, you have to. I didn't let you starve. I didn't let you get hurt. I was there for you. I picked you all up. I built this town. Get the hell out of my leg.
This delusional lady chose to make a stand at her local Taco Bell and ordered the workers to get off her land. She makes a solid point by dumping trash all over the place, but then her argument, as well as her body, falls flat on its face.
Jesus Christ, that's get off my land! Bro, get off my land! You don't have to be here! Get out of my city! Get out of my city! Get off my land!
Still, that doesn't dampen her spirit, as she seems to be determined to claim back the land that definitely belongs to her. I'm sure when the police arrived, she was able to reclaim her territory, no problem at all.
Leave! 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 Leave now! Leave!
A man was driving through India's Rajaji National Park when he saw what he believed to be a ghostly or deformed animal. The way it moves is creepy. But as the driver gets closer, it appears he has stumbled upon a brown hyena carrying the remains of a zebra in its mouth. Sometimes nature, not the supernatural, is scary enough. This violent shooting at a Miami gas station is one of the most disturbing events that we've seen yet. The footage shows a man getting into an argument with two of the gas station workers. He then heads towards the door before pulling out a gun and shooting both men and a third bystander. Apparently, the two workers had accused the man of shoplifting, and he had decided to respond with violence. Fortunately, the surveillance footage showed the suspect wearing lettering from a local gym, which allowed cops to find him and arrest him the next day.
Don't need the food, I know that one.
Being understaffed is enough pressure already for restaurant workers. When you have a Karen continuously nagging you for her order, the stress doubles up. The video captures an argument between one such Karen and a fellow customer who chides her for berating the understaffed workers at McDonald's.
Shut me up. Why don't you shut me up? I'm so tired of ignorant people like you coming in here talking bad about the workers. That's why you can't get workers. Who wants to sit here and listen to someone come in here and talk to him? Let that man work. That man ain't calling you no problems. He's doing the best he can. You probably like it. It doesn't matter what I like. I can tell you don't like it. Well, too bad. Go someplace else. Go to Burger King. Have it your way at Burger King. Will you shut the up? I just said that. I said shut the up. I don't care who you call. I could care less.
Excuse me, can you call the police?
You call them.
Yes, you can.
You call them. You say they're busy.
Well, then get the man to go back over here. Better yet, I don't want the food.
You don't need the food. I know that one.
At one point, the indignant Karen tries to get the already overworked staff to call the police on the man. When they won't, the woman delivers a back slap at the guy, which clearly escalates into a full-on brawl. On May 11, 2011, 6-year-old Timothy Pitson was dropped off at school in Aurora, Illinois by his father James Pitson. Later that night, his mother, Amy Fry Pitson, checked him out, citing a family emergency. She then took Timothy on a 3-day adventure, visiting the Brookville Zoo and staying at water parks in Gurnee and Wisconsin Dells. Security footage captured their cheerful checkout of the Kalahari Resort on May 12th, but after that, Timothy vanished. Days later, Amy's body was found in a Rockford motel room, with the mother having taken her own life. She left a note stating that Timothy was safe but would never be found. Investigations revealed traces of Timothy's blood in her car, though some stains were later attributed to a previous nosebleed. Amy's cell phone was discovered around Route 78, but it yielded no new leads. Over the years, there have been occasional claims of sightings, including a 2019 incident where a teenager in Kentucky identified himself as Timothy. DNA testing disproved this claim. In 2021, on Timothy's 17th birthday, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released an age-progressed image depicting him as he might look today to renew public awareness. But as of March 2025, Timothy's whereabouts remain unknown. His father continues to hold on to hope, believing his son is alive and was taken by someone Amy entrusted him to. The case remains open.
They gonna have you on camera.
That's right.
Somebody come get their family member.
That's right.
Following me.
That's right.
Yep. Bye. That's right. You're not getting in my car.
Look.
You tripping. You tripping. Don't. Nope. You're not getting in my car.
Camera. Look. Wait.
I unlocked my door,
Wait.
but you rushed to my passenger. You're not getting in my car.
Put
Sorry.
me on camera first.
Yep,
Hey,
you
look,
are on camera.
Hey, look. She can't trust the most
No.
trustworthy nigga. She
I already
ain't getting
told you
nobody,
I'm
man.
not single, so I don't know why you
nobody.
following me.
I'm a look. I even help bitches that's drunk. I don't even rob drunk bitches.
I don't care. So you following me around my
can't
car.
trust
I'm
me.
trying to
You
get in.
can't
He
trust
ran
nobody.
straight to the passenger side.
What is it with guys hitting up women on the street with so much aggression? This woman is just trying to mind her business, and this guy is not only following her, but he's also trying to get into her car. Throughout the entire video, he never stops chatting her up.
Can you get away from my door so I can get in my car, though? I don't even know you.
Hey, delete that camera. I'll grab that phone from you and break it.
And then, you know what? All these witnesses out here.
Fuck about them.
Look.
Delete that on camera, please.
Well, can you get away from my car?
Yeah, but delete that recording.
I'll delete it as soon as I see you start walking that way. Because for my safety, you just followed me around this store, and then you following me to my car. So actually, I'm going to go back to the store because you are out of line right now.
Let's walk back to the store.
And you're not going to...
You can delete the camera.
First of all,
delete that shit.
You're going to get away from me.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
I'm waiting for you to delete.
Then he starts with the threats, asking her to delete the footage before he breaks the camera. She stays calm the whole time, which is good, because he seems to be getting more and more agitated by the second. So much for that date. Nobody likes having to lug their groceries to the parking lot when it's raining. However, this woman came up with a novel and very dangerous workaround. Instead of risking getting her groceries wet, she simply backed her running car into the store's double doors, popped her truck, and began loading the groceries straight into it.
Doña.
What's funniest about this particular video is the fact that everyone, from the workers to the other customers, seems totally fine with it. Dare I ask, is this not the first time this has happened? Imagine all those car fumes getting all over the fresh produce. Gross. Suspicious people might ask what an 8-year-old girl is doing inside a liquor store, but in this case, she was there as security. Jokes aside, Big Discount Liquors in Minnesota is owned by the girl's father. One evening in August 2024, 37-year-old Kashobar Morel entered the store, fresh off his shift delivering packages for Amazon, pulled out a gun, and demanded cash. Proud Papa Leo wasn't about to give up his daughter's inheritance, though, and started fighting with the crook. Here's where it turns into an underdog legend. Papa Leo's 8-year-old daughter sees all of this go down. She decides she's not about to let this clown pull a heist on her watch, and charges him with a baseball bat. The guy gets rattled, the robbery gets wrecked, and now Morel's facing first-degree attempted aggravated robbery charges. He's also got a 2004 conviction for the same thing, so clearly he didn't learn his lesson the first time. That's 0-2 for him. Meanwhile, the daughter was a big hit online for her impressive act of bravery. When residents of a home in Brussels, Belgium, looked out of their window, they were met with an awesome sight.
Il est actuellement 6h30 du matin. Oh putain! Oh! C'est quoi ces tiens, mec?
Putain, t'as vu toute la fumée, quoi. T'as on se croirait dans le ghetto de...
They were also reminded why you should always keep your distance from a car that's on fire.
Alright, let's stop, ma'am. I don't think you want to play it this way. Ma'am, police, stop. You want to stop? Lights on, siren, stop.
Loveland police had an alleged incident of excessive force involving a 73-year-old woman when body camera footage of the incident was posted recently. A Loveland attorney filed a federal civil rights lawsuit on behalf of Karen Garner, the woman in the video. The lawsuit alleges that she was injured after being forced to the ground by a Loveland police officer. Her crime? The lawsuit suggests she attempted to leave a Walmart with less than $14 worth of items she forgot to purchase.
You just left Walmart. Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay. Let's stop. Come on.
The lawsuit says Garner suffered a dislocated shoulder, a broken humerus, and a sprained wrist during the arrest.
Quit!
What? What are you doing? Get out of here. This is not your business. Come on.
Get in the cart!
What's that?
Where's your sergeant?
Huh? Who's my sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first, I can tell you that. Sergeant Metzler, he's at the police department. You can go talk to him if you have an issue.
Yeah, give me your car so I can put a report.
Okay.
I see you there, how you throw the little kid.
Little kid?
Well, I don't know
He's
if
not a little
kid.
And this is what happened.
He was just walking, and I see you how
She
you
just
grab him.
stole from Walmart and refused to stop, refused to listen to lawful orders, and to fight me. This is what happens when you fight the police. I have to use force to safely detain her. That's what this is. This isn't just some random act of aggression.
Oh, well,
I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah, well, the way that I see it from over there,
Okay.
you know, I was like, that's not...
But you see, you don't know the whole situation. That's the thing.
Yeah, you know, but it's like...
But knowing the situation, do you feel differently now?
Oh, yeah. But
That's
you know,
it.
like seeing it from there, that guy just walking.
Yeah, I get
you
that.
know.
I get that. So when I went to go grab her and talk to her, she started running, leaving, pulling away from me, trying to fight me.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't see it running, you know.
Exactly. So before you go to a snap judgment, you gotta get all the facts.
But right here, she wasn't running.
I get that.
I see her walking right
Yeah.
there. You pull
All right.
over.
I gotta deal with this. You hang tight, okay?
What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's fair?
Sebulan lah, atau enggak setahun lah. Lalu pas kita dekat-dekat.
These types of butane burners are extremely common in Southeast Asia. However, they can be extremely dangerous if used improperly.
Sebulan lah, atau enggak setahun lah. Lalu pas kita dekat-dekat banget kelas.
This appears to be what happens here. Luckily, it looks like all three women are unharmed, but the same can't be said for their lunch. These tourists in Japan have little excuse for trespassing on a historic site. The sign is obvious and it's written in multiple languages. No wonder the Japanese have been cracking down on tourism lately, even though it brings so much needed money to an economy in decline. In 2023, a CCTV camera in Chicago captured a distressing scene where a woman was robbed by 4 men. The footage shows the woman walking down the street with a suitcase when suddenly a car pulls up next to her. Seconds later, an armed and hooded man, followed by others, steps out of the car and approaches her with a gun. Despite the terrifying situation, the woman remains remarkably calm. The men steal her belongings, but interestingly, not her suitcase. And then they hop back into their car and drive off. Just thinking about the fear this poor woman must have felt really makes me angry at the thieves.
I'm done. Yeah. I am done, brother. I'm done. Come on.
A homeless man broke down in tears, saying, "I can't do this anymore," in a poignant video recorded just months before he was discovered dead in freezing conditions in Birmingham, England. The man, identified locally as Kane Walker, was later found in cardiac arrest as temperatures dropped to -2 Celsius. Paramedics made efforts to save him, but he was pronounced dead at the scene.
Yeah, I've a cup of tea. Yeah, come over here. Sit down, Kane. Come on.
I'm done now. No point for that. I'm not going to be here.
Okay.
I'm not living like this no more.
Yeah.
This ain't my life.
Hey.
I'm done, Colin.
Okay, I know.
I'm done.
Yeah. Well,
I'm done. You've never seen me like this before. I'm done.
Yeah.
I am done, brother. I'm done.
Come on.
In the distressing video, the 31-year-old told outreach workers that he was done. Kane was well known to those working with the homeless in Birmingham. After losing his parents and grandmother, he began living on the streets, turning down offers of assistance from family members and friends.
People like you think you can walk around, do this you do. Nobody's gonna call you a racist piece of on it, and then you're gonna play the victim.
I never said nothing about race. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying clean up after yourself. Clean up after yourself.
There's a famous saying that no good deed goes unpunished. That was certainly the case when this man took it upon himself to clean up his neighbor's trash. He might have reminded the neighbors to do it themselves next time, but rather than thank him or apologize, they attack him and accuse him of being racist.
I just want you to pick up after yourself. Take care of your family, pick up after yourself. That's all I want. That's all I want is for you to pick up after you and your family. That's it. That's it. Just pick up. Pick it. Our dog doesn't poop out here. It doesn't. Just pick up after yourself and your family.
Do you hear the Trump supporter dumbass?
We don't even like Trump.
You're assuming. You're assuming. Hey, look how you're talking in front of your kids. Do you look how you're talking in front of your kids? You have children here. You're talking like that in front of your children.
The lady shouting from above also uses a lot of foul language, and the gentleman reminds her to be respectful in front of her kids. She says she's teaching them to stand up to people like him. And we wonder why some kids grow up being disrespectful. Talking about disrespectful humans, here's a video that showcases someone who struggles to coexist with our ecosystem. The footage captures a man carelessly tossing an entire container of trash into the ocean. This reckless act underscores how certain human behaviors can seriously harm the environment. It makes you wonder, if we keep up such actions like this, maybe we should be the ones worried about extinction instead of pushing other species to their limits. This kind of behavior not only pollutes the ocean but also threatens the creatures living in it, highlighting the urgent need for us to step up and take better care of our planet. Maybe someone should remind them that the ocean isn't a giant trash can. A similar case was documented on November 19, 2023, when home cameras captured a registered sex offender canvassing a house in Orlando, Florida. The suspects can be seen taking a lockbox that contains a key to the home, then returning later and using the key to make his way inside. Police were quickly alerted to the intrusion and showed up with a K-9 unit to search for the intruder who had managed to run away. The police dog leads officers to a nearby shed where they find the suspect.
He likely jumped fences north. Here.
Anyone inside of this shed, you better make yourself known now. You're going to get dog bit. Anyone in this shed, make yourself known. You're going to get dog bit. Put your hands, first thing that comes out of your hand. Hands come out first. Keep them just like that and walk out.
Rather than get bit, the suspect promptly gives himself up. He had attempted to ditch his clothes to avoid detection, but he was soon arrested and now faces a lengthy prison sentence. TikTok offers both cartels and cops a chance to interact with the world in real time, sharing videos that would otherwise never see the light of day. In this case, La Chapiza, alleged criminal members of the Sinaloa cartel are using TikTok to spread their life as drug traffickers to thousands of children and young people who get to see them showing off weapons, training, and flying planes over massive fields of drugs.
Díganle al profe que no puede meterme en la clase.
As you've probably guessed, this is just part of a recruitment effort aimed at attracting new recruits to act as soldiers in the next generation of drug warfare. A truck driver's worst nightmare almost came true when his brakes failed and he narrowly missed crashing into a school bus. Barreling down the road and unable to stop, he blares his horn, warning other drivers to get out of the way. To everyone's relief, he manages to squeeze through the traffic, avoiding catastrophe, and thankfully, everyone lived to see another day.
Good God, he ain't gonna make it. Hurry up and go.
Nicely done. While we're out here in the sparsely populated western states, let's take a trip down to Wyoming. The video may be grainy, but you can clearly tell that the winds are blowing out here. But what happens next is a lot less expected. Just as a semi-truck goes to pass by the driver's vehicle, the wing catches it and blows it over. The good news, the officer wasn't inside. The bad news, the trucker wasn't supposed to be on that road in these conditions. That was probably a pretty big ticket.
The scariest moment of my entire life.
This next clip proves that not all heroes wear capes. Some rock headsets and manage the lunch rush at Taco Bell. In April 2024, at a Taco Bell in Richboro, Pennsylvania, manager Becky Arbaugh was in the middle of a busy shift when she heard a scream from the drive-thru. Natasha Long had just pulled in with her 11-week-old son, Miles, who suddenly stopped breathing and turned blue.
I pulled him out and he turned completely blue and was lifeless. And at that point, I just completely blacked out. I didn't know what to do.
Panicked and unsure of what to do, Long's cries for help were heard by Arbaugh, who immediately sprang into action. Without hesitation, Arbaugh threw off her headset and rushed outside, drawing on her experience as a mother of 4, including performing CPR on her own daughter in the past. She took Miles and began chest compressions.
I threw my headset, I ran outside, so I took the baby and I started to do chest compressions on the baby, and then he finally started to breathe. When my kids were little, my daughter had similar incidents, so I knew what she was feeling. So I knew if I just kept her calm and I stayed calm, then there was no thought in my mind that the baby wasn't going to breathe again.
Thanks to her quick response, Miles started breathing again by the time emergency services arrived. Amazingly, the EMTs on the scene credited Arbaugh with saving the infant's life.
We couldn't be more grateful to Becky. She saved my son's life.
I just thought of myself as a mom with another mom that needed help.
It's not only wild animals and Mother Nature that pose a threat while going for a hike. When two friends decide to explore a cave in their local mountains, they encountered another person waving to them on the trail.
I really like this trail because up there's like a bunch of caves, bro. It's a bunch of cool places. One of my favorite trails.
How long have we got?
Probably another 30 minutes.
All right, so.
I know we're almost there. It's already getting sundown, but look at those views.
The way you make it sound,
Yeah. I know it's a little hard to tell, but if you want, we can rest a little bit right here. Huh? Yeah. Like another 20, 30 minutes. And we'll head up in a bit. Let you catch our breath. Well, look. Do you see that?
People know about it, I guess.
I know. I usually never see nobody here, though. Waving. Weird, I guess. Hi.
He seemed friendly at first, but the friends soon noticed that the mysterious man was holding a knife.
Where has hands behind his back. Is that a knife, bro? Yo, just get out of here, man. Let's just go. What the hell, bro? Is this really happening, bro?
With no cell phone or protection, the friends decide that the best course of action is to turn tail and run.
Bro, where's your phone at? Where's your phone? Why don't we just call the police? I left mine in the car too. Bro, what the heck? Is he following us though? Yo, he's right there, bro. I said we go. What the heck, man? Alright, so I don't know what's going on, but there's like some crazy guy up here. And there's literally nobody around us. Hey, let's go hide right here. Just go duck here. Bro, he might know the drill more than we do. So we're just gonna have to hide for now. Alright, let's go.
They hide in the grass to take a breather, only to discover that the man with a knife appears to be following them. It takes them a further 20 minutes to return to the safety of their car, never knowing what the man's intentions were or how close they came to meeting a grisly end.
Let's go. Bro, what's going on?
While the police were certainly right during that altercation, the same can't be said of this incident. Footage shows an officer pulling over a high school student for speeding. She complies with the officer and pulls into a nearby gas station. However, for some reason, the situation escalates very quickly, with the officer violently ripping the young girl out of the car and throwing her to the ground.
I'm not asking you any questions right now. What I am going to tell you is you were pulled over for your speed and your headlight, okay? Your speed was 37 and then 30, not that big of a deal, and your headlight was out on your driver's side. Just pulling you over to let you know. If you would have just given me your license and your registration like I asked you to do, you would have gone away with a warning tonight, okay? But however, since you decided to pull this right here, where you don't want to comply, you don't want to give me your ID, and you think you're going to run the scene, you're now going to jail. Do you understand? You were not. How many times did I ask you? You were not. I've got a body cam on. It'll show you not pulling your ID out.
Body cam footage shows the man telling the young lady that she could have given him her ID. However, her ID can clearly be seen in the earlier footage. Unfortunately, the officer's body cam was not active during the conversation, so there's simply no way to know. He was later fired over the incident.
What do you think this is? What I want. What is this? Plastic. Where does the plastic come from?
No, you use the guffin, bro. So
A guffin. A broken guffin in the milkshake. How did that happen? Tell me that. How did that happen?
While the steering is broken.
We don't have a fucking guffin. Where did that happen?
This video shows a beefing taking place at a Burger King that has nothing to do with the burgers. The couple in the video is pissed because they found a piece of plastic in their milkshake. The man keeps insisting to know how plastic ends up in his drink, despite a clear attempt by the staff to compensate her.
Give me that plastic.
Which one? The plastic. You put it in the milkshake. Give it back to us.
I want to talk to you, chef, tomorrow.
To be fair, he is concerned for his wife's safety. However, his partner demands to keep the plastic bag and still wanting to talk to the manager. Such an unnecessarily Karen behavior. "19-year-old Luke Durbin was an easygoing guitarist who, on May 12, 2006, had spent the night with friends in Ipswich, England. After leaving the Zest nightclub around 2 a.m., he attempted to make his way home. With no money or phone, he was seen at a taxi rank around 3:40 a.m., emptying his pockets to show he couldn't pay. CCTV footage captured his final moments at a zebra crossing on Dogshead Street at 4 a.m., but after crossing, he disappeared from view and has never been found. Luke's mother, Nikki, reported him missing the following afternoon. There were possible sightings, but the trail remains cold. In April 2020, a documentary aired exploring Luke's connections to drug trafficking and possible debts to dealers. This raised new questions about his disappearance as of January 2025. His mother, Nikki, continues to seek answers. She has been quoted as saying, "This is the most horrendous journey, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy." We've already seen one instance of young people preying on the elderly, but this one is somehow even more brazen. A woman simply walks into a store, takes a $20 bill out of an older woman's hand, and attempts to buy something while the woman just looks on. Though the video doesn't show it, this woman did get her just desserts. In fact, she was charged with robbery in the 3rd degree and grand larceny in the 4th degree. Not so tough now, are we? Imagine checking the camera outside your front door and seeing this. This footage was taken from a home in Aurora, Colorado. I'm not sure about you, but if my neighbors were waving guns like that around, I'd be looking to move out ASAP. In the early hours of December 14th, 2024, the quiet town of Belen, New Mexico, was jolted awake by a chilling 911 call. On the line was 16-year-old Diego Leyva, his voice slurred and trembling as he confessed to a horrifying act.
Valencia County 911, where's your emergency? Valencia 911, caller, can you hear me?
Hi, miss. I just wanted to call you, tell you that I killed my parents.
I'm sorry?
Well, I wanted to call you and tell you that I killed my parents, my whole family. This is like something to control me.
Sir, can I get your name?
Can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Is this...
Mm-hmm.
You called 911 and said you killed your family. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in the kitchen.
Okay, how did you kill them?
With a pistol.
Where are they at?
They're laying in the ground dead.
They're laying in the ground?
Yeah.
Who did you kill?
I killed my whole parents.
Your parents and who else? I'm here with you. Just talk to me, okay?
My whole family.
Your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Who else?
My brothers.
How many brothers do you have?
2.
Okay. When did this happen?
It just happened.
How long ago? Like 5 minutes ago? 3 minutes ago?
Like 10 minutes ago.
What made you do this?
I don't know. Something bad spirit possessed me.
You said something what?
Something bad possessed me.
Has this happened to you before where you've wanted to kill somebody?
No. It's been possessed me sometimes, and I don't know, it just happened.
On you? Come over here. Come over here. Step over here. Step over here. Come on, put your hands behind your back. Sure. I'll take your bird. Let me see. I got your bird. I got him. I got him. I got him. Sure. I got his bird. Put your hands behind your back. Your back.
No. Don't lose him, baby. Don't lose him, baby. You want to got nothing on you? No.
When deputies arrived at the family home, they found Diego standing outside, hands raised, his clothes soaked in blood.
Sheriff's office! Anybody inside make a person's known? Do it now! I got blood on the floor. Yep.
Sheriff's office, if you're hurt, make it known.
There's a room.
Make noise.
You can see it. On the cross?
Yep.
Come on. Watch your step. That long hallway. Pull right there. Right. Ready? Yeah. Oh, 3 people, 4 people.
I'm on you. Yep, I'm on you.
You want more?
I'm with you.
4, I got 4 people.
1, 2, 3.
1 in the bathroom, 3 in the hallway.
Inside, a gruesome scene awaited. The bodies of his father, Leonardo Leyva, mother, Adriana Bencomo, and his brothers, Adrian and Alexander, aged 16 and 14. All had been fatally shot.
The 1080.
was the dad.
Just so we know.
Just leave it there.
I wanted to get the make Ruger P95.
Since this is yours, just stay right here so that doesn't disappear.
A handgun lay on the kitchen table, a silent witness to the night's violence. Following his arrest, Diego was taken to the hospital for detoxification before being booked into the Juvenile Justice Center in Albuquerque. He faces 4 counts of first-degree murder, and the investigation into the motive behind this tragic event continues. As we said before, sometimes it's hard to understand the reasons behind someone's actions. This woman was extremely mad about something and decided to poop at a restaurant's cashier station. Yep, a poop. I guess she was angry because the food was not okay. Another mystery. Florence is one of the best places to take in some priceless works of art. You can even see the bronze copy of Michelangelo's David in the background of this footage if you ignore the runaway horse stampeding through the pizzeria. Fortunately, the horse was not hurt, but the carriage is going to need some serious repairs after this event. This next clip may seem like a silly mistake by some dumb tourist at a beach, but it could have been much more serious, even fatal. Black Sand Beach in Iceland is notoriously dangerous due to sneaker waves, which regularly drag people out to sea, never to be seen again. As indicated by their name, the sneaker waves appear small and unassuming, but they're incredibly powerful. You should never turn your back on them or get close enough to where you can no longer see footprints in the sand. Remember, it's not worth getting that photo or video for the gram if you won't be alive to see it. School buses have the right of way. Always. They might not have the best drivers in the world, but that's the reason why they're painted yellow, so other drivers can look out for them. This driver saw a bus on the Massachusetts Turnpike and took it upon themselves to pull in front of it and then hit the brakes, forcing it to a stop. The driver seems to be flagging the driver down for some reason, so it seems like maybe the bus has a flat tire or some other issue that the driver wanted to warn them about. Nope. After failing to get in, the driver instead climbs into the front of the bus. Luckily, the bus was empty, so no kids were put at risk. The assassination of a senior Russian general was captured on camera on December 17, 2024. Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov was killed by an explosive device concealed on an electric scooter near his residence. The blast also claimed the life of his assistant, Ilya Polyakopov. Ukraine's Security Service, SBU, claimed responsibility for the assassination, labeling Kirillov a war criminal and a legitimate target due to his alleged involvement in deploying banned chemical weapons against Ukrainian forces. Russian authorities arrested a 29-year-old Uzbek national, Akhmat Kurbanov, in connection with the attack, and the Federal Security Service, FSB, reported that Kurbanov confessed to being recruited by Ukrainian intelligence, who promised him payment and resettlement in a European Union country in exchange for carrying out the assassination.
Is this what you do in your country?
Is this what you do in your country?
Sorry to who?
Sorry what?
Call the police. I will call the police to come. I have videoed you.
Sorry.
So we have evidence.
Sorry. I'm very sorry.
Sorry what? You come and come to shit on him. You think I come and shit?
Is this place a toilet?
Having the neighbor's dog take a dump on your lawn is one thing, but when it's the actual neighbor doing it, well, that's just. This Chinese immigrant was caught with his pants down in Ghana. He seems apologetic, and in his defense, he may not have realized it was someone's yard. Regardless, he is forced to clean up his own mess and then perform the walk of shame.
Carry your own shit.
Carry your own shit.
Carry the shit over it.
Let me cover.
Don't cover it. Carry it.
Carry your shit.
Take down.
This guy noticed a car that kept swerving from side to side, making everything really dangerous. At one point, he decided to shout at the driver, and seconds later, the driver sped off.
What's up, G?
Honestly, why would someone do that? I wouldn't be surprised if they've already been in or caused an accident by now. Another troubling human trait is the lack of respect for other cultures and historical monuments when traveling as tourists. Here's a recent incident that sparked outrage. At the historic World Heritage Site of Chichen Itza, a woman was caught on video climbing the steep stairs of a Mayan pyramid. In front of hundreds of perplexed onlookers, she ascended the pyramid and upon reaching the top, entered the temple and began dancing on the steps.
Boo!
This video also captures other visitors protesting her actions loudly. After she descended to the ground, the traveler was taken to safety, while local onlookers called for her to be jailed for disrespecting such a significant cultural site. I guess some folks think ancient pyramid means personal dance floor. It's a normal day at the supermarket in Brazil, with shoppers going about their business, buying food and picking up some garden tools. I don't like the way that guy is holding that shovel though. Looks like he's about to do some damage. Incredibly, he strolls up behind the supermarket manager and bashes him over the head. According to reports, there may have been some beef between these two in the past, and the attacker, who was not an employee, went to the store to settle things once and for all. The 43-year-old victim was knocked unconscious but managed to survive. Meanwhile, the attacker fled the scene and was last known to be on the run. A 29-year-old youth basketball coach from Connecticut got hit with a full lineup of criminal charges in January after turning a post-game parking lot into a Grand Theft Auto cutscene. Brian Baez Rivera got into a heated argument with a parent after a girls' basketball game at Horace Porter School. The parent then walked up to the coach's car, probably to continue the argument, and Baez Rivera responded by plowing straight through them. The victim walked away with a broken nose, a concussion, and one hell of a story for every future school board meeting. Baez Rivera dipped from the scene, but then called the police himself, saying that the parent was chasing him and basically ran into his car. However, the surveillance footage said, "Nah, bro," showing he made zero attempt to avoid hitting the guy. The coach was arrested on charges including 2 counts of injury to a minor, second-degree breach of peace, second-degree assault, and second-degree reckless endangerment. I don't think he'll be attending basketball practice anytime soon.